Namaste, welcome back. Thank you for joining me again for Namaste, a little series on getting started in yoga and helpful hints and tips for beginners or deciding if you want to do yoga. I am still going to do that promised finish the props video, but I decided that my extracurricular fun props video is less important than maybe a few others that we'll run through first. Words that we might hear in our first yoga class. Oftentimes, yoga teachers use a mix of English and Sanskrit to teach their classes. I will say that every tradition of yoga and every teacher, again, is different. So some of the same words can mean different things. Some of the same, you'll hear sun salutation, which is a sequence of poses often, and in one tradition it's completely different than a different tradition. So don't take what I say as set in stone, but just giving you a rough idea of things that might come up, words you might hear, and you'll have an idea of what they might mean, just knowing that the translation can be rough and is different from region to region, tradition to tradition. Anyway, Sanskrit is a very ancient language that is what they call a it's not conversational. So it is used it was anciently used in Hindu and Vedic, it's got an ancient history, mostly in poetry and again for describing the poses. So it's more of a descriptive language than an actual conversation language. And let's see, pranayama, you'll hear that a lot, and that is a Sanskrit word that means breath work or to control the breath, to move the breath with awareness and control. Prana, life force energy in the breath. Another common thing that you'll hear that's related to pranayama is ujjayi breath. Ujjayi breath is a sort of pranayama or breath control, and we use this often in flowing through our sequences because it's good for elongating the breath and slowing it down and keeping you aware of your body and your breath while you're doing the poses. And that's basically a restriction in the back of the throat. We like to say you sound like Darth Vader. I'm not going to go into that right now because I think I'll do a basic pranayama video as well. Let's see, asana, you'll hear that often in class. Again, this is one of those words that can be translated multiple ways. Some people might use asana as to sit. And that's because it was translated into that literal sit. Others will use it as the pose. Usually you'll hear it referred to in a class as we're going to do the asana, meaning we're going to do the poses. We're going to go through the poses. So to sit is also a pose. It is actually the ultimate, pose to reach for meditation often, which is how the transition gets there. Anyway, so you asana, poses, or to sit, and the poses are often a movement to open up the body and release the mind so that you can sit for long periods of time and be able to meditate. Namaste, we hear a lot. And then this is another one that there's controversy around it. There's a million different ways to translate it. Different languages in different countries actually use it for different things. So I'll just give you a little rundown. I'll start with when I fell in love with Namaste. To me, because it's often used as a greeting or a goodbye, and a greeting of respect and openness. And so one of the definitions I read, because it also is to bow or to honor. So the one that I'm all excited about would be Namaste, the love and light in me recognizes and sees the love and light within you. It's just kind of a greeting or goodbye. It's nice that sees and that recognizes somehow speaks to our spirit on a deeper level. And just kind of honoring each other. I really like that definition of it. Like I said, it's a greeting, let me see, or a farewell. It is sometimes used as salutation to divinity. I bow to you, I honor you. Let's see. A mudra, often we're referring to a gesture with our fingers. This one is one you'll see often. But sometimes the mudra can be done with like the tongue on the roof of your mouth. With other body parts, basically it's a connection of currents. I might do a mudra thing. I'm not sure. Likely, whenever it comes up, you'll hear some instruction with you. But that gives you a basic idea. This is a mudra.